Hello students. Now in class I couldn't complete the last two problems. One problem was related to weighted average and another problem was related to simple average. And solution I have sent you long back itself. Now in this video I am just going to explain you the same problem. Now question number 12. Please look at question number 12. Now, what is the first transaction they have given in question number 12? Please, before this, let me say just this problem belongs to weighted average method. Question number 12, they have given certain transactions and they are telling us to prepare stores ledger account under weighted average method. So, in this method, how we have to prepare stores ledger account, we are going to understand in this video. Now, first transaction they are given on March 1st, they are given opening balance. They are given opening balance was 400 units at 100 rupees per unit, and the rate per unit was 100 rupees. So whenever they give opening balance, what you have to do, date column you write March 1st, and in particulars column you have to write balance bottom if they give opening balance. Then again receipts column, issues column will be new, you have to just record the same in balance column directly. So first transaction on March 1st, 400 units at the rate of 100, the total is coming to 40,000. So this completes your first transaction. Then again on March 4th, next transaction they are given on March 4th, they are given there is some purchases. So on March 1st, how many units they have purchased? They have purchased 200 units at the rate of 104. So total is coming to 20,800. Now what you have to do? Whenever there is purchase, you have to record in receipts column, and in balance column what you have to do? Add this units to units and again this amount to this purchase amount. Now 400 units was already there as opening stock. So again you have made new purchase of 200. So add 400 and 200. It will become 600 in your balance. Then again add amount 40,000 was the old balance, and I add again new purchase price, that is 20,800. It will become 60,800. So how do you find out weighted average price? Divide the total in amount column by units. So 60,800 if you divide by 600, you will get 101.33. Now look at next transaction. On March 5th, next transaction there is some issues. Now issues where you have to record? You have to record in issues column. How many units you have to issue? 300 units. Now under units you have written 300. Now at what price these 300 units have to be issued under weighted average price? At the previous price of 101.33. So 300 units you are issuing at 101.33 and total amount is coming to 30,400. So whenever you make issue, what you have to do? Deduct this amount, how many units you have issued from balance column. So 600 units you had in balance. Out of 600, if you issue 300, another 300 would be in the balance column. Then again the rate would remain same. In case of issue, after the issue the rate won't change. Only in case of purchase you have to find out new price. Now 300 and amount rate remains same, 101.33. So 300 into 101.33 will be 30,400. Now look at next transaction. Next transaction is on March 9th. Now again on March 9th you have purchase transaction. 300 units you have purchased at 98. Total is coming to 29,400. Now what you have to do, as usual, 300 was the old balance. To the 300 again you add this new purchase of 300, it will become 600. Then again 29,400 you add it to 30,400 in the balance column, you will get 59,800. Now whenever you purchase, you have to find out weighted average price. So what you have to do, 59,800 you divide by 600, you will get 99.66. So that will be your weighted average price. So this transaction is also done. Then again next transaction is on March 13th. Now March 13th again there is purchase return. So whatever purchase you have made in the opening balance, the same you have out of that the opening balance 10 units have been returned to vendors. So whenever you have purchase returns, where you have to show purchases means you have to show in receipts column. Purchase returns means you have to show in issues column. So how many units you have returned? 10 units. And when you had made the purchases, or this 10 units whatever you are returning or showing as purchase returns, it was out of this opening stock of 400 units. So this opening balance 400 units, the rate per unit was 100. So whenever you are doing purchase returns also, the rate per unit will remain same. So opening balance, what is the rate? It is 100. So here also it will remain 100 itself. So multiply 10 into 100, it will become 1000. Now 6000 units, again you have to, from the 6000 units you deduct this 10, it will become 590. Then again from this 59,800 you deduct this 1000, then again it will become 58,800, and even this rate will remain the same. There is no need to worry. Only when case of new purchases only this rate will change. Now again look at next transaction. It is on March 19. You have made purchase of 400 units at 110 rupees. Total is coming to 44,000. Now again all this column will be nil. Now add units to units and total to total as usual. So 590 units were already there. Again you have made purchase of 400, add 590 and 400, you will get 990. Then again 44,000 you add it to 58,800, it will come to 1,02,800. Now whenever I told new purchases, you have to find out weighted average price. So 1,02,800 you divide by 990, it will become 103.84. So 103.84 will be your weighted average price. Look at next transaction. You have issues on March 20th. Issues you have to show under issues column. 200 units you have to issue. They are telling on 20th you have to issue 200 units. So this 200 units, it will be issued at what price? At the previous price of 103.84. So 200 into 103.84, it will become 20,768. So out of 990, if you are issuing 200 units, the balance will be 790, and 1,02,800 you subtract 20,768, it will come to 82,032. Now again in case of issue the price remains same, the previous price will continue, only in case of purchases it will differ. Now look at next transaction. There is some replacement on March 28th, 25th, there is some replacement of 10 units. Now whatever you have returned here, made purchase returns to vendor, same 10 units is coming as replacement from the supplier. ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ 10 ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ನ ಏನು ನೀವು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ಗೆ, ವೆಂಡರ್ಗೆ, ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಗೂಡ್ಸು, ಅವರು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿರೋ 10 ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ವಾಸ್ ದಿ ರೇಟ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಆನ್ ದಟ್ ಡೇಟ್, the same rate per unit will even be applicable on the replacement date also. So whenever you get replacement of 10 units, the rate per unit will again remain same as on the date of purchase returns. So 10 units, 100 rupees, you multiply, it will be 1000. So since replacement should be recorded in receipts column, it should be treated as new purchases. So whenever you have replacement in question, you have to treat it as purchases. That means you have to record in receipts column. Now 790 units was there in open balance. Add this 10 units, it will become 800 units. Now since it is treated as purchase, what you have to do, you have to find out weighted average price. So this 1000 you add to old balance of 82,032, it will become 83,032. So this 83,032 you divide by 800 units, you will get new weighted average price of 103.79. Now look at next transaction. Next transaction is on March 29. There is some issues. Now issues you have to record in issues column. 100 units you have to issue. So at what price you will issue this 100 units? At the previous price of 103.79. So 100 units you are issuing at 103.79, it will be 10,379. So out of 800, if you make issue of 100 units, the balance will be 700. Then again out of 83,032, if you subtract 10,379, it will become 72,653. Now the balance will remain same. Weighted average price, rate column weighted average price will remain same. Now again on 31st, again you have new purchases 200 units at the rate of 105. So total is 21,000. So 700 units plus 200 is 900, and add this 21,000 to old balance of 72,653, it will come to 93,653. So this will be end of your problem.